Have you heard the saying, if you need something done, ask a busy person? That busy person is a mom. I'm a mom of 3 kids, and I definitely don't have a ton of time. I work 10, maximum 20 hours a week on my reselling business, gross over $100,000 last year alone. So if today's video, I am going to be sharing with you tips and tricks that'll work for anybody that have helped me become efficient and work quickly in my reselling business. And I'm going to share a bonus tip at the end that really helped me find kid-free time for a very low cost and consistently to be able to work on my reselling business when my kids were itty bitty and weren't quite in school yet. So let's jump right into it, right? If you're watching this, you obviously don't have a ton of extra time. So the first thing is going to be, if you have an Amazon Prime account, get on their subscribe and save. The items that you use in your reselling business on a regular basis. So for me, that's going to be like poly mailers. It's going to be, I use these little plastic bags that I put all of my inventory in. These are on a subscribe and save. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're watching this, even if you have a lot of extra time, it's wasted time to be going on and ordering items every single time that you need them. Put those on subscribe and save, have them ready to go so that you don't have to go on and order them every time, because another thing that's happened is I've forgotten to order them. And then I have time to work and I go to work and I don't have the supplies that I need. So definitely do that. For things that you cannot do on subscribe and save, like USPS boxes, I wish you could have those. We all use the same supplies basically from USPS. I wish you could have those. But what I do for that, is you can't do subscribe and save. When I open, I get 100 of the flat rate padded mailer boxes, and when I open a new box, I order the next box so that it is always on its way or here. And that helps too if there's a delay in shipping, so that I don't get stressed out if I don't have the supplies that I need. The second thing is going to be, and if you watch my channel, this is not news to you, but the second thing is going to be batch work. It is huge in saving time. Friends, I'm talking, you may only save 10 seconds per item that you are photographing, but when you're busy and you're trying to get a lot of things done, 10 seconds times 60 items is a minute. A minute times, every week, that's a couple minutes times a whole year, that's, an hour that you could be saving. And these little 10 seconds add up. So definitely batch work, and I batch work everything. You can see everything back here. This is all my inventory that needs to be listed. Everything is sorted by type. That's purses, that's shoes. If I had any pants to photograph, there's some right down there. If I had pants to photograph, anything that is a flat lay goes there, and then everything that is hung up goes there. It's multiple different trips. You can see I'm doing this backwards. I have a Post-it. I have a Post-it that tells me what trip it's from, what my cost of goods is associated with it, what my SKU is, and I put everything together when it gets put away. That way, when I go to clean things, it's doing all my shoes together. And when I sit down, I wait until I have 30, 40, 50 pairs of shoes where I can spend my time wisely and do the same activity over and over and over again. You're gonna save time. Same with photographing. I photograph all of the same items at the same time because I'm not having to change my lighting. I'm not having to change my setting. It saves time to batch work. Anything that you do. YouTube, I batch work on YouTube. I film quite a few videos at a time and upload them and schedule them out. And the third thing is going to be make a SKU system. Make a SKU system, get organized. The time, and I'm saying this because I didn't. In the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm only gonna have 100 items. They'll easily be able to be found. And as I got bigger and bigger, and now I'm at 1,800 items, there's no way that I can remember where all of those items are. And even if I put them all, okay, here's all my shoes. I have 600 pairs of shoes. So I have a very good SKU system where it tells me my bin number, and I will link videos up here of my processes. So they'll go into my processes for photographing, how I do photographs in under 2 minutes an item, how I work with my VA to send photos and that whole process, and then my shipping process. So the SKU system is kind of going to walk, if you watch all of them, it'll go throughout. I SKU when I take photos all the way to pulling an item. But get organized. You don't have to do it the way that I do, but I can go down no matter matter what day it is, even when I had COVID and I was so sick, I was taking care of my kids who were sick, I still shipped every single day because it takes me under 2 minutes an item to ship. I sell 5 things, 10 minutes for the day, and I'm done. I can still keep the algorithm happy and shipping every single day. So the next thing is going to be, again, if you're not new to my channel, this is not news to you, but follow your data. Friends, learn your data, learn your numbers, whether it's in your own spreadsheet, whether it's in the Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard. I will link the video up here. I have Google Sheet templates where you just put your information in and it gives you all of the information and data so that you can make informed strategic decisions about your business. Or you can look into eBay. And there's other various different platforms that you're on, but eBay has Terapeak. I will link that up here. Oftentimes I run out of cards. So if I run out of cards, I will link it down in the description below. But I have videos on how to use Terapeak. You can go in there and look at their information, how to use eBay charts. Also, I have videos on that in my eBay tutorial playlist, what all of that data is telling you so that you can use it wisely. Stop buying items that aren't selling for you. Stop taking photos of items that aren't making you money. Stop sourcing items that aren't making you money. Start sourcing more of the items that are making you money. And unless you look at your numbers and your data, you're not going to know this. Stop running sales if it's not working for you. eBay will tell you, you can try all their different coupons and sales and all these different things. eBay will tell you there's data and information to tell you if it's actually working. Spend a little bit of time, and it's hard. I'm that way too. I'm like, well, I'm spending time, but it's not actually useful time. But it is useful. Spend a little bit of time of learning your data and so that you can look at these charts and graphs and be able to spend your time wisely. The next thing is going to be, and I will link a reel. I did a reel on how to do this on my Instagram or TikTok. I will link it down below so you guys can watch it, is use keypad shortcuts. If you do not use this, you're missing out. In reselling, in social media, there's so many things that we do all the time. So for instance, I do all of my measurements in photos, and oftentimes I get a question, can I have the measurements, please? And so I am typing repeatedly over and over and over again. The measurements are in the photos for your reference. Let me know if you have any other questions. And so I put that as a keyword text. So when someone asks me a question and I'm busy, which is all the time, I don't want to ignore the question. The quicker you respond, the better chance you're going to have of making that sale. And I don't want to not respond. So I put it as a keypad. So I'm not having to think, I'm not having to type. I just type SS measure and that whole little sentence comes up. I probably have 50 of these saved, things that I am saying over and over and typing over and over and over again for reselling and for social media. So definitely check out that reel. I show how to do it on the iPhone. I'm sure you can do it on various different technologies, various different phones as well. Friends, the next one is bulk shipping. If you are not doing bulk shipping, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you're selling one item a day, it's not going to matter. If you are selling more than one item a day, eBay and Poshmark have bulk shipping options that will save you time when you are shipping. You don't have to go in one by one. It is all set up to make it nice and easy. Like I said, I go through my shipping process here. I spent about a year and a half timing my processes, making something better and timing it again until I could get to the fastest way possible. I've tried all of the different ways, and I will tell you, bulk shipping shaved at least a minute, if not more, off of each item that I was pulling and shipping. And it helps you keep so much more organized as well. So definitely, like I said, check out that video on how I do my shipping process. I talk about bulk shipping in there. Always feel free to leave comments down below if you have questions as well. Before we get into the bonus, let me know down below your guys' top tips on how to save time, things that make you more efficient in your reselling business. So the bonus tip is childcare at the gym. You can get it depends on where you live, but when my kids were little, so before they were in school, when my kids were little, I had a gym membership, and I got it to work out for sure, but I made sure to get a gym membership that had the longest childcare, which was 2 hours. So in Colorado, the longest one I could find is they would watch my kid every single day for 2 hours maximum. There's days, friends, where I would go to the gym and not even work out. Like, I would only work. So I would take photographs, I would batch work all of my photos, I would have them on my phone, on my computer, ready to go, and I would sit there and I would make drafts for 2 hours. That's 2 hours a day, very minimum cost, even if you don't work out. Oftentimes I would work out for 30 minutes and then work for an hour and a half. That's still an hour and a half, friends. If you have little kids, an hour and a half every single day, it also gives your kids, used to being with someone else and all of the other things. But honestly, I did it so that I could have kid-free time every single day. And you can get a gym membership. It depends on where you live, but some of them are as cheap as like $25 a month, right? You can't get childcare cheaper than that. 2 hours every single day for $25 a month. You're not going to get childcare cheaper than that. If you guys like this video, YouTube thinks you'd also like this video. I will link a playlist down here of more reselling tips and how to make money, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button.